This is Audio Flashcard Wizard, the language learning app I'm developing. It runs entirely in your browser. You don't have to sign up or download anything, and it is completely free to use as much as you like. Right now, it is still in an early version, but the core functionality is in place. There is a link to it in the description. Feel free to try it out and let me know what you think. The main purpose of this app is to take an audio recording and transcript, break them down into smaller pieces, then export that data in a format that can be used by a flashcard program like Anki. Automatic speech-to-text is currently out of the scope of this project, so you'll need to find, write, or generate that text yourself. I personally like to pair audiobooks with their respective ebooks. In this example, we'll be using a snippet from Natsume Soseki's Kokoro to study some Japanese. First, we need to select our audio file and the transcript. You simply select the audio file with this button. For the transcript, you can select it in the same way with this button, or just type or paste it right into the box here. Next, we need to select which portions of the audio we want to include. We can do that manually by clicking and dragging to make sections like this, or we can use the automatic slicer, which will attempt to create sections automatically based on pauses in the audio. This widget hasn't been tested thoroughly yet. It works well for very clean audio like audiobooks, but might not work if there's a lot of background noise or static. Next, we need to tell the app which portions of the text match the sections of audio we just created. For now, we do this manually. You can use the trim button here to highlight text, then trim it down to just the text you've highlighted.
私はその人を常に先生と呼んでいた。
You can also simply type in whatever you want into the box. Reset does just what you'd think, and delete will remove this section from the process.
だからここでもただ先生と書くだけで。
In case you've changed your mind and don't want this section after all. When that's finished, we need to tell the app how we want our files. If you just want a bunch of audio files and text files of what you've done, you can use this button. Now you can select from a few different folder structures and naming schemes. The main purpose of the app, however, is to export to Anki, so we're going to press this button here. There are two options. The first is to export the data as simple two-sided flashcards, text on one side, audio on the other. If we do that, we get a file that looks like this. Importing into Anki is detailed in this README here, but essentially comes down to two things. You import deck.txt into Anki, and then you move the files in the audio folder into Anki's collection.media folder. Now, when you open Anki, you'll have cards that look like this.
私はその人を常に先生と呼んでいた。だからここでもただ先生と書くだけで。
You can use them to practice reading, writing, and listening all at once. Going back, if we select this other option for export, it opens up the final editor. Here, you can do a few things to customize your cards further. First, you can use the close button to create fill-in-the-blank style cards. These will look like this in Anki. You can also, again, simply edit freely, reset the contents, or delete this entire section.
だから
And finally, you can add extra fields to the cards. For example, a definition section or a reading section, or both. You'll have to create custom notes in Anki when importing, however. When you're done, click Finish and then Download. You'll find a zip file that looks just like the one from before, only deck.txt will be slightly different. Import it in the same way as before as well, and you're done. Audio Flashcard Wizard is open source and open to help with development. Links to the app and source code are in the description. Thanks for watching.